Hey, what's going on? It's the Bearded One back at you again. New video. Hey, so in today's video, we're gonna talk about two big myths. All right. So one myth is you can't do two VA loans, which is one. And the second one we'll talk about is how do you get eligibility? So a lot of people think you have to have served a very long time in the military, and that's definitely not true. So stay tuned to this video. We're gonna talk about it right after this. All right, so I am the Bearded One, and on this channel, I talk about buyer and seller tips. And basically, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the VA loan. So first off, let's talk about eligibility. So now, how much time have you served to get the VA loan?
Yeah, so it's very easy. It's either you had to serve 3 years in the active service, or you had to do active duty for 90 days. So if we went to war and you served in the war and didn't hit your full 3 years, you can be eligible for that as well.
Got you. So in essence, what you're saying is, as long as I went to boot camp, which is 6 weeks or longer, you're eligible for the VA.
Well,
a little bit longer.
Boot camp and then you were there 3 years and didn't go to a war, then you're fine. But
Yes.
But if you went to a war and got out and came back after that,
Gotcha.
So active duty for 90 days, or at least been in service for 3 years.
Gotcha. So active duty for 90 days, and then say the other part again.
Or in the service for 3 years.
Or in the service for 3 years. So as long as you're active duty for 90 days, you are eligible for the VA loan. Now, how does one find out the eligibility?
Yeah, it's very simple. We're actually connected very well with the VA portal, which is where we work in a lot because we do a lot of veterans loans here at Future Home Loans. We're actually a veteran-owned mortgage company. So as soon as you get the information over to us, we'll actually upload the information to the VA directly for you, so you don't have to call them or work with them at all, and they will send us back your certificate of eligibility, which is also called your CE.
Got you. So basically what you're telling me is I don't have to give you my DD-214, I don't have to give you LESs, all this other stuff. You can just do it all for me.
We can do it all for you right through the VA. So we have clearance to go right in there, pull it, access it all for you. We can basically tell you what your entitlement is, how much you qualify for on the loan, what you're eligible for. If you're getting any type of disability income, we can get that for you as well. So we can take a lot of that pressure off you having to dig all that paperwork out.
Got you. Now let's talk about something else, just off kind of in the same realm. Now, how does it work when it's both spouses or veterans? Can both of you all use like one buys a house, and how does that work with
there's you can do it both different ways. You can either use half your entitlement, so if both of you are in the service together, so if you met them there at the service and y'all stayed together, you can do half your entitlement, half their entitlement, her entitlement, however you want to do it, or you can put it all on one person, either or.
Got you. Now let's kind of shift gears a little bit and let's talk more about getting more than one VA loan, because I think there's a big
we get that question a lot. We think veterans will buy a house, say I bought a house in North Carolina, or I bought a house in Louisiana, and now I'm living here, I can't buy a house. That's completely false. So if you're getting PCS with the military, relocating to another area, you can buy another VA loan. You can use another VA loan part of your eligibility. It just has to make sure you fit within that formula. So that's why we'll pull your certificate of eligibility back. It'll come back. It'll tell us what the amount of entitlement that you used to do your first purchase transaction, and then whatever's left over, we can give you the calculation of what you qualify for the next year.
Got you. So you absolutely can use your VA loan.
I've had people use it like 3 times. Like they bought a house 15 years ago when they got into service, and let's just say it was the average house prices were at that point were $200,000. So they used that, and then they got relocated to North Carolina. They went there, they bought a house for $300,000 in North Carolina, and then they came here and then they bought another house here for $300,000. So you can definitely use it all as long as you're within that eligibility requirement.
Wow, so that's a major thing. Now I want to talk some about just something, because I didn't really know that. Like you can use it that many times.
As long as you fit within the eligibility criteria, correct?
Gotcha.
So it's based on whatever the conforming loan limit is for that year. And if you've been paying attention, home prices have been going up.
Yes,
which means your conforming loan limit's going up. So that means your eligibility requirement goes up as well.
Wow.
And even to point out, we'll just add a little extra tidbit in there.
Go ahead. Come on.
And if you're leaving a departing residence with the VA, we can actually use whatever the market rent is in that area to cover that payment, so you can go buy another home. So you don't even have to have a renter in there or have it leased out in time for you to go purchase your new home.
Got you. And that applies for VA.
That applies for VA, correct. They make it super easy for you.
Oh, damn, man.
Now, I would say you get a renter in there because you want somebody to make the mortgage payment. But to qualify, and if you know you're going to keep that property, we can use whatever the market rate is.
Got you. Okay, that's definitely a tidbit. I didn't know that.
Because when you get those, you were in the service. When you get those papers and it's time to relocate.
Yep.
There's a lot going on. You got to get a lot of things in order.
You do.
Especially if you got kids, you got to figure out what school they're going to. You got to figure out what neighborhood you're going to live. And you want to buy a house, and there's a lot of stuff going on. The last thing they want you to do is to start stressing and worrying about trying to find a renter and get somebody lined up to rent your house before you close. So they'll qualify whatever the market is, get you into the house and close, and you can get somebody there to rent.
Got you. Now, for a first-time VA buyer that's ready to buy, what are the loan limits? There are limits to how much they can get?
There's no loan limits for first-time home buyers. So if you're a first-time buyer and you say, I want to use my VA entitlement, whatever you qualify for based on your ability to repay, on your income and your credit score, that could be your loan limit on your payment.
So if I can afford a $2 million house on VA, I can go.
House. I've actually done a $2 million loan before. I was a surgeon in the Army. He got out of the Army.
He got a $2 million house.
I said, send me the income docs. I got the income docs. I said, okay, you're good. Yep.
Got you.
$2 million VA loan.
Wow. So there you go. I mean, no limits on the loan, 100% finance, 90 days active duty. Hell, 3 years in service. I mean, hell, like, how else can you beat that? Like,
easiest loan in the book. So yeah, tell all your friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how can people reach out?
You can give me a call. My number is 904-887-7926, or you can reach us out at teamprofit.loans. That's teamprofit.loans.
Instagram, Mortgages by Shauna.
There you go.
Absolutely. Hey, so I give it to you first, give you the deuce, give you everything and information on what's going on. All right. So I'll see you next video.